Welcome back to another trade recap. Today I took a W and an L. I took two shorts on NQ, one loss, one win. I'm up around like $600 on the week, or $600 on the day. Sorry, I'm up around $600 on the day. And let's just kind of run through what I wanted to see coming into market open. So let's go. What the fuck? Okay, let's go to market open here. So, coming into market open, if we look at the 4-hour time frame, actually let's start off on the daily then. So if we look at the daily time frame, yesterday we actually ended up opening up this daily bullish for value gap. So I wanted to see price come back and rebalance into this daily inefficiency. And if we scroll down to the 4-hour, we actually had just taken buy side to the left of us. So we're back at all-time highs. We have our internal manipulation, right? So on the higher time frame, I am bullish at this point, but I want to see a rebalance into this daily inefficiency. Obviously, with the price action now, don't mind that. But I want to see a pullback into this daily inefficiency. And let me actually just rewind here. There we go. Okay. So like I said, we had taken buy side to the left of us, and we in pre-market, we had some displacement to the downside. So coming into market open, coming into market open, I wanted to see us rebalance into this 1-hour bearish inefficiency to then move lower to all this generated sell side liquidity and the daily inefficiency. However, if at market open we were just to dump, I cannot take anything. I cannot take a short because there's no manipulation, right? We have a manipulation up here, but I can't take a manipulation up here, right? I need to take a manipulation internally in this for value gap. So if we scroll down to the 15-minute, we actually had this internal high that I wanted to see us come back up and sweep, as well as rebalance to the 1-hour inefficiency, like I said. So let's get to market open here. Okay, so here's when market opens. So market opens it does exactly what I want it to do. We come up, we manipulate this internal high, right? We tap into the 1-hour bearish for value gap. Now, once we manipulate this internal high, this is going to tell me everything. This is really going to tell me everything, the bias that we are going to go through throughout the day. If we displace higher through this high, I would expect this to be bullish and to then go up and take London high. And in that case, I can't take anything. I'm getting off. I do not want to be, chasing a trade because there's no trade here for me. I would need to see way more price action get formed. However, if we sweep this high and move lower, I can probably expect and predict that or observe that market is bearish, and we might want to go to this internal low and possibly lower, right? So what do? We react bearish, right? We kind of build more price action. We end up having one more internal manipulation leg. So we end up sweeping this high, having one more internal manipulation. And then we actually have fast displacement through this. So we have fast displacement. So now we have a 1-minute change. We have ran through this tiny 1-minute bullish for value gap, right? So now we have an inverse. And we have a possible short model here to all these generated sell side levels, right? But this was a fast displacement for me. I ended up not catching this move. However, once we opened up this 1-minute bearish fair value gap and we tapped into it and we had a little pullback, I entered short, and not too much later, we got stopped. Now, once we get stopped from this short, this first trade, I recognize that if we take a look over at ES, oh, let's go to the 1-minute. What the fuck? Okay, here we are. So if we take a look over at ES, we have this fat displacement move, right? Like we just showed. And we actually run up towards all-time highs and take London high. So we end up having our internal manipulation and taking London high, putting in a bearish SMT. So we end up putting in a bearish SMT with NQ. So like I said, we continue to run higher, and we have one more internal manipulation leg, putting in a bearish SMT with London highs and all-time highs right here. So once we put in a bearish SMT, I expect this to not go any higher than this, and I want to see a fast move to the downside. So what happens? I mark out the 1 minute change, and keep in mind we're still respecting this 1 hour bearish fair value gap, and then if we look at the 15 minute, we end up respecting constant encroachment of this original 15-minute wick at market open. So everything here is pointing bearish. Everything here is pointing towards not only this internal low, but also this low as well. So I'm staying patient, and if we get below that change, I will take a short. Because this model, the short model, was never invalidated. When I got stopped out here, that never told me that this model was invalidated. It actually told me the opposite, right? It told me that, okay, we want to have one more manipulation leg, and this actually manipulation leg was to spike us up on ES to go take London high to then put in a bearish SMT to have a move lower, right? So we get below the change in the state. I enter short. My original stop. Oh, shit. My original stop was at this SMT high, and then my break even was at this internal low. Now we had fast move towards the break even. Once break even got hit, I moved my stop to break even, and then not too much later, sell side was taken. I was off for the day. So that was my second trade of the day. I took 2 trades. Again, one loss, 1 win. And to be completely honest with you, my first loss that I took, this initial short right here, I'm not mad at. I just think, it's kind of the price that I needed to pay today in order to get the short entry that I wanted. I don't believe that this was a bad trade. I don't believe that, this is a trade I should not have taken. This is a trade that I'm going to take 9 times out of 10. However, market just wanted to have our stop raid and then move lower. Again, just the price that I would need to pay in order to take my trade. So very happy with the day. End off the week up $600. Oh, let me show you guys my executions actually. So you guys, here we go. So here are my executions. Again, entered here, got stopped out here for the short, or for the, and then entered off the second change, and TP was hit. So those were my 2 trades for the day, up around $600 on the day. I'm up around like 1,000 on the week, so a pretty slow week actually. But that was my trades today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys can apply it to your own trading. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next trade recap.